Now it's time to select O-rings for the O-rings going on to the compressor lines that go inside here. As you can see, they're the dark ones, and as if you look at them really close, they're kind of square and flat because they got old pressed. They're no longer elastic, so they have flat edges to them. And no, the O-rings were not made like that. That's what happens over time as they get hardened from heat, especially the high side one. And you'll notice that it has a flat look to it on nice flat edge, not nice and rounded like this. Here's rounded. You can see everything has a round curve to it. So that is nice and round. And these have flat edges and are hard. So, and what I like to do, let's take it off of photo, is I use dielectric grease, spark plug grease, or you could use your nylon, and I put it into the seam, into the gap where the O-ring is. And let's see if I could do this one-handed. Come on, one hand, there we go, one-handed like that. That goes there. Do the same thing on the other one. And when I noticed a green tinge, when I took that out of oil right there, so I got my to make sure that somebody has put dye in there. So somebody was looking for a leak. They knew this had a leak. It was recharged before, and the leak did not show up in where the oil was around here, where I always know they usually leak. And they could leak at a certain pressure or temperature and not leak at other pressures and temperatures. And that's why I'm going for this right now. And they are original. I can tell that by how hard, crunchy they are, and they're all square. Nothing visible anywhere leak-wise. As you know from the previous video, I already did the nitrogen. And I told you right off the bat, as soon as I seen the Subaru, that it would be leaking from here. We just get that out of the way, whether you see something or not, because Subarus are just notorious for leaking at those O-rings. Once I put refrigerant in it, and I'm going to go back again and look at the evaporator and try to see if I could single anything out there. I do not have the story on how long this was dead, whether the original owner, second, third, or fourth owner. That information wasn't given to me, so I'm going for the low-hanging fruit. Get this out of the way, and then get it up and charged. Make sure everything works properly, and then leak test it again. All right, I'll see you back on the next one, which I think is probably the third video on this Subaru. And remember, I'll let you see. Focus. Inside the groove. Nothing is going to get up here because you're going to put your lubricant in the groove. You're going to smear it backwards. You're not going to get anything in the path of refrigerant. It all goes outside, never exposed to the refrigerant. This does two things. One, it's a lubricant, so you don't damage your O-ring when you're sliding it in. Two, it's an oxidant preservative. It will coat the O-ring, and oxygen won't get to it through the silicone grease. It's also a great sealant for vacuum, and it preserves synthetic rubber materials. So by having a coating of this dielectric grease on your seals will extend their lives. So it does many things all at one time. All right, let's get on the next video.